recording. Good morning. Just wanted to show another deck. This is the Tarot of Mystical Moments by Katrine Wells-Stein. Maybe mispronounced.
I don't believe
Katrin?
so.
Katrin?
You have that.
You think it's okay?
This is the woman that did the Oracle of Mystical Moments, which was fabulous. And so
Hello.
now we have the tarot. Just came out this month, I think, and that's really beautiful.
Now this time I'm still doing the most recently started 3-part video. Right, I'll show cards one way and then cards another way and kind of lay them out as though I was going to do a reading, but I never did. But she did this time.
Yeah,
So it's a little bonus this time. So here we go with the first part of all this. Part 1 is at a glance, I call it, where you see rows of seven cards at a time, basically. Here we go.
Let's do this. Are we talking over this?
Good morning. In fact, yep, 11:30. Just wanted to show another deck called the Tarot of Mystical Moments. It's also a deck by U.S. Games that came out in 2020, so a new one. The person, Katrine Wells-Stein, if that's pronounced correctly, also made the Oracle of Mystical Moments. I believe that's what it's called, which I've shown before, and I will link to that show. But you're looking at the thumbnail there, so let's get rid of that and go back to the camera. There we go. And today I'm still doing a 3-parter thing, but I'm starting with the at a glance. So you can see 3 rows of 7, and we'll get to those in a second. But here's the box, Tarot of Mystical Moments by Katrine Wells-Stein, maybe. Probably pronounced wrong. And you'll notice something in this deck as we go through it. It's, other than it's U.S. Games, and it's got those nice things for opening if you're into boxes. And that's the 2 of Cups, I believe. And here's the book, which is what? About 95 pages, and I marked this because that's the first place where you encounter this in this deck. Anywhere there's at least the Emperor and the Kings, you have a choice of male or female, basically. So there's the Emperor, explanation of the Emperor male, and the explanation of the Emperor female. Probably pretty similar, really. It looks very similar. Anyway, there's that. So I'll let you look at those for a little bit, and then I'll put in the female emperor over top of the male emperor. There we go. So I guess you got to pull out the ones you don't want to use. Here is the Fool card. It's kind of a glare today because there's a lot of snow out there. We had a white Christmas. Perfect timing on that snowfall. There's what the backs look like. They are reversible, if that matters. And compared to the Oracle, this is the Oracle of Mystical Moments. You can see there's a size difference. Those are more standard tarot size-ish. These are much bigger. Kind of the same height, but wider by 3/4 of an inch maybe. But that's the Oracle. So I guess you could use these together somehow if you wanted to. I'll put the Fool right about there. Maybe it's enough of it's in the picture. I think so. And there is this art card which talks about the artist, which is also in the book, I believe, at the back. So there's the major arcana. Let's bring in cover these up. I'm sorry if any of them are kind of got a glare on them, because like I say, there's a lot of light today. Anyway, I'll cover most of those up and then bring in the minor arcana. Oops. Uh-oh. I'm knocking cards around already. A little out of practice, I guess. So here are the wands, there is the King of Wands, but female. And right beside it is the King of Wands male. So let you look at that, then cover that up with this while I go fix the cards I just messed up. Here come the cups. Part of the reason the light is affecting these is these are very glossy. That's the box cover. Yep, 2 of cups. And again, we have the King of Cups female and the King of Cups male. Here comes the swords. Interesting. I don't know if this is a deck that I would reach for. That's just me. There's the King of Swords female. Here's the King of Swords male. For lack of a better way to say that. And there's not much I can do about that glare except maybe something like that. Lastly, the Pentacles. Let's see, yep. Pretty good. There we go. King of Pentacles female. King of Pentacles male. I don't know about that one. That's a nice card. So that was the at a glance portion of me showing the Tarot of Mystical Moments. So with that, I will say peace for this part. We're back.
Yeah.
And that was part 1, which was lots of cards beside each other.
Beautiful deck.
And she says it's a beautiful deck.
That's what I said.
That's a nice deck. And then part 2 that's coming up right now is a single flip through of the cards, which I thought I would never ever be doing. But here we go. I'll say peace just in case. And we're off. Hello again. This is part 2 of showing the Tarot of Mystical Moments by Katrin Wellstein. Mispronunciation probably. You're looking at the thumbnail again. I'll get rid of that and show what's under the camera. The cards that are laying around are from the creator also made an oracle deck. So this is from the Oracle of Mystical Moments. I'll pick these cards up because in this part I'm going to do a single card flip through, but there's that deck. No edging on this one. The tarot one, no edging on the oracle one, but the tarot one does have a silver gilding. So let me pick these up, get them out of the way, and I will try to remember to link to where I showed these cards in a past video. But let's see, zoom in here if I can keep my hand out of the way. First, let's zoom out a little and we'll look at the box. It's one of those with the finger grabby things, so that's good if you're into boxes. That's what the left side looks like, the right side, the top, the bottom, and the back. So let's open it up and see what's inside. Just a purplish like color. There's the book, 96 pages. We'll look at that in a second. There's an art card. Here comes the deck. It's the bottom of the box. Let's put it back. Slides down pretty easy. There's the silver, the thickness. And again, we'll compare it to the Oracle deck, which is more typical tarot size. You can see this is about ½ an inch wider or something like that. So there's that to keep in mind. But there's the artist card. Let's see. Do this so I can flip them in there one at a time. There's the book. I kind of marked the page about the Emperor. This came out in 2020. There's just the Emperor on page 11. Page 12, female Emperor. As you'll see, for the Emperor and Kings, there are 2 of each of the cards. This is Mystical Moments, and I can't get this book to lay flat. I'm going to put that on there. Kind of like a timer. Let's see if I can zoom in more and avoid the light. There we go. A little bit more. There we go. I can just put this on there. I think that's pretty good. So let's flip through them. That's what the backs looks like. Or that's what the back looks like. I'll just put that in first. It's not enough light. Let's see if I can feel that in or scoot this up. Maybe scooting it up would help. And zooming out. There we go. Okay, I think that's pretty good. Maybe a little dark. Here comes the Fool. Yep, it's a little dark. Let's see if we can get some light. There we go. I think that's a touch better. Okay, here we go. Back to it. The Magician. The High Priestess. Just a little too dark. I can't really change it. The Empress. I don't know how to fix it without messing everything up. Well, it'll just have to be a little dark down here. It's mostly just down here. Maybe it's a function of the box. Could be that. Could be that. I don't want that glare though. Okay, I keep going. But here is where you see the unique thing with this deck. You got the Emperor male version, and you got the Emperor female version. The Hierophant, owl in the tree with a book and a girl and a nice moon. I'm trying to get some light over here. That's strange. It's so bright in here, yet it's not. Let's see. Maybe like that. That's better. The Lovers. The Chariot. Strength. The Hermit. Wheel of Fortune, Justice, Hanged Man, Death, Temperance, Devil. You got spider legs coming out of her middle. The Tower, the Star, the Moon. Do I like the Moon? It's nice. The Sun, Judgment, the World. So that was the major arcana. Here comes the Wands. Ace, Chess, I guess. Six of Wands, that's nice. A hummingbird. Not sure. 8. Look at those cuts from thorns. 9 of Wands. Page of Wands. Knight of Wands. Queen of Wands. And here's our first one where there's a male King of Wands and a female King of Wands. And here's the Ace of Cups, 2 of Cups, which matches the cover of the box. 3 of Cups, 4 of Cups, 5 of Cups. Yeah, I like that one. She's a ladybug. 8 of Cups. Sometimes you have to look closely to find the number of whatever. 10 of Cups. Page. The Knight. Looks like she's playing a heart-like instrument. The Queen of Cups. And here we go again. This is the male king and the female king. Kind of have octopus tentacles hair there. Here we go. The Ace of Swords. Now, possibly male, but without a female alternate. So it's not true of all the cards. 4 of Swords, I like. 5 of Swords. 6, 7, 8. 9 pairs of eyes, I guess. 10. Page of Swords. Knight of Swords. Queen of Swords. Here we go again. The male King of Swords and the female King of Swords. And lastly, the Pentacles. Ace. 2. 5. That image is familiar for some reason. 6 of Pentacles. 7. I think it's the seeds and the apple. 8. 9. 10. Page. Knight. Queen is a nice card. Rabbits over here. And here we go again. The male King of Pentacles and the female King of Pentacles. So that was part 2, the single card flip through. And for the third part, I'm going to lay the cards out for a reading, but this time I'm going to have hopefully a special guest who might actually do a reading. So this might be a little longer than usual, but I'm going to go and try to persuade her into doing this. So I will be back shortly. Let's see if it does it by itself. It does. Welcome back. That was part 1. Part 2. Now today's part 3 is different and special. Someone did a Trump.
I did a little mini reading, so you get to see it.
Show them what you used.
I used this deck.
Tarot of Mystical Moments.
Yeah.
So here we go with part 3, and I might be back to say peace, even though I've been saying it every single time. Here we go.
So here I am using the Tarot of Mystical Moments. This is the deck I've been wanting for 2 years after I got the Oracle of Mystical Moments. And my boyfriend, Mr. Smith, bought me it for Christmas, and it's so beautiful. I just love it. The book is well worth. The book is something to read as well, with the pictures, in case you're wondering about. Sometimes it's not totally intuitive. It's intuitive, but sometimes it's good to read the book to get even more messages. So today, now I don't know if people know what I do, but I do Trump readings, and I pretty much did my last Trump reading of probably a month or 6 weeks ago, and it did say he was leaving. And but I want to know exactly what's going on now. The guy is, what can I say? Anyways, we'll see what's going on with Mr. Trump. I've always used, I'm going to do the Horseshoe Spread, and I've always used the King of Cups for my significator. Now, that may be a surprise to some people using this card, but he's a very emotional person, and I don't see him as swords or pentacles or fire. I see him as emotionally needy, and I don't know. So I always choose the King of Cups as a significator. I've been shuffling the deck, and here we're going to go. We're going to do with a simple the Horseshoe Spread, which is which I love to do, and it's very simple. We'll just cut this. So we want to know what's going on with Trump, what's going on with him, maybe in the next month. I think he has a month left, about a month left before he goes bye-bye. So long, sayonara. Okay, here we go. I'll tell you the positions as soon as I start reading. Normally I do use significators, but I'm not going to in this case. I'm just going to pull the cards and we'll see what's going on. So this is just wondering what's happening with Mr. Wonderful, aka Mr. Trump. And okay, this is the recent past. The Lovers. That's interesting. So the Lovers are, of course, it's a major arcana. This is in the past. The Lovers could be the love of his job, the love of his life, the love of what he was experiencing being president. But that is in the past. Things are going to be changing for him. And so we'll see where this goes. But this is the Lovers, a card. It could be, I think, anything. Like I said, he's a passionate man or a very emotional man. And I think he really liked being president, even though he was really quite awful at it. Because it was just all about him. That was the past. This is his current situation. The Hierophant, isn't it interesting? He's got 2 major arcanas. The Hierophant, of course, is the government. So that's a major concern of his. Not surprising. So he's very involved with his standing with the government. I don't think he wants to leave. There's talk about him, if he leaves, he'll be taken to court. So I think he wants to stay in government. So there's a lot of stuff going on with the government. There's the Republicans, there's the Democrats, there's the election, there's the pandemic, there's Russia. There's so many things going on that it's all roiling around him. And there he is. You know, apparently, this is a very wise card. It's got the owl in it, but I'm not so sure that he is looking for good counsel. I think he's just doing things as he always does, just very going on instinct. The hidden influences. The devil. Now, isn't this interesting? We're getting all these major arcanas. This is a very dramatic time in his life. And hidden influences is the devil. It's his own obsessions that he has to deal with. And his obsession is, well, quite frankly, is himself. And here he is. That's very much a part of him and how he has managed the presidency and how he feels about the presidency. So the devil. Wow, we got 3 major arcanas. That's really interesting. These are his obstacles. His obstacles, the 7 of Swords. The 7 of Swords, of course, is rivalry, people that are causing him stress and angst in his world, and he's getting it from many angles, and it's also him stealing away, and this shows him holding on to something and trying to move around. Now, what I'm going to do with this card, because it's not your typical 7 of Swords, even though she's holding on to something and seems to be moving in a direction. Let's just read what it says in this book, the 7 of Swords. So I see it as stealing away. He could be trying to take as much as he can and get out of there. And these are his obstacles. So he's trying to get stuff and go away, but he may have trouble doing that. So we're going into the Swords, and let's see what it says. Okay, so this is such a cool deck. I love this deck, by the way. The 7 of Swords shows a woman in a sunny meadow. The woman is a thief who has just stolen 5 eggs from a bird's nest. She sneaks away and leaves 2 eggs behind in the nest. The woman hides her dishonorable heart behind beauty and shallowness. In fact, she is a snake, but she covers her skin with leaves and flowers so that nobody can see her true nature. Wow, there you go. That's the obstacle. The obstacle is himself. Upright meaning is deception, dishonesty, manipulation, getting away with something, and secrets. How cool is that? That's really... So the thing about these pictures, they're very provocative, and then when you read the book, you really get to, you know, I mean, I don't think you have to read the book much more than once to see exactly what they're saying with the 7 of Swords. How she's stealing away. That's very good. Okay, let's look at the community. The community is this card, and the community is the Page of Pentacles. Now, the community are the people of America, the Americans. It could also be the Republicans, the Democrats, but I see the community as the country. And here we have the Page of Pentacles. Now, Pentacles, of course, are something practical nature, and also monetary. And you know, at a certain situation right now where we are, they were going to give some money to the COVID, and they're also going to give something to the Defense Department for the services, and they're also going to give money to keep the government working. So right now on his desk, which he refuses to deal with, are all those issues of money. And this shows people waiting. This is a childlike energy waiting for something hopeful. There's got a can of water and a flower and the bird. Now, is this a hopeful? It just shows to me that the community is still waiting for him to make a decision. His action, what will he do in this current situation? The 4 of Swords. Well, he's did what he did, and where he is now, he's in Christmas time. He's in Mar-a-Lago, you know, golfing. Apparently, that's a good thing. 4 of Swords. He's taking a little nap. There's a lot of roiling. There's a lot of angst all around him, but he's choosing to just go to Mar-a-Lago and live in his own little world, and that's where he's going. And what will be the outcome of all this? The Knight of Cups. Now, the Knight of Cups is, you know, let's see what they say about the Knight of Cups. So that's the outcome. She's holding a heart. I think this could be, the outcome is very emotional for him. Let's just see. The Knight of Cups. On a floating water lily, the refined Knight of Cups is playing a lovely melody coming directly from her heart. She is touched with her intuition and emotions, and she uses them to masterfully charm and attract others. The sky is filled with shining stars that illuminate the scenery in a romantic way, providing the perfect backdrop for her poignant song and stories. The upright meaning is refinement, sensitivity, deep emotions, charm, romantic nature. So, I mean, his reaction, it looks like it's going to be pretty positive, according to this reading. My concern now, if you were to read this, I think from an intuitive sense, she is holding a human heart here. And I think his reaction to all this is just being stubborn and not reacting, not doing anything logically. It's just, again, doing his own thing, what makes him happy, what pleases him. He's not really taking into consideration that he is the President of the United States and there's other people to be concerned about. So I would say that this is the Knight of Cups, but he's not acting like a knight, although in his mind, he is being self-absorbed and pleasing himself. So there you go for the reading with the Tarot of the Mystical Moments. Again, it's a very brief reading. I usually do clarifiers with this, but I'm not going to this time. Anyways, I hope you've enjoyed this. It's been a pleasure looking at this deck, and I hope you've enjoyed it along with Chris. And I think he's shown you the other cards. Have a great day, and I'll see you soon.
We're back. That's 3 parts done. Just here to say peace and goodbye, and she might.
I just want to show you the cover of the book.
The box.
The box of the deck. So this is a really great. I mean, it's a beautiful deck. I think if anyone has had, it's sort of counterintuitive how to do this.
Yeah, if you have
the Oracle of Mystical Moments, they would love this deck. I think.
You might remember it based on this card alone.
Yeah,
the Sea Witch.
Yeah, they're really very cool.
Different backs though, different size.
Mm-hmm. The backs are sort of, they have that monotone, the monochromatic back as well as these two.
Yep, those are
similar, I think.
They are very similar.
Yeah. Anyways, it's a beautiful deck, and I hope you enjoyed it, and thanks for watching.
See ya. Bye.